How was I cross-contaminated? Let's talk about it. Hey guys, welcome back to Adamimmune. As you can see, maybe, I don't know if you can see this very good, but I'm probably getting sunburnt. I was outside, working outside for once. My job doesn't really pertain that, or today was kind of a special day. So I wanted to make sure this video got out before I get totally lobstered. I'm gonna be red. I get sunburnt fairly easily, so I just want to make sure, because I'm probably not going to be able to film this weekend. It's going to be bad. This video is the first in a series I'm going to be doing called Hidden Triggers. This is something that I think is really important to autoimmune people like us. It's going to involve things not necessarily just with food. It's going to involve anything that could trigger us as autoimmune people. So just to reiterate, I have found complete autoimmune remission by eating, you know, AIP, the AIP diet, the Autoimmune Protocol, Autoimmune Paleo, whatever you want to call it, and I feel great. I don't feel so good right now. I'm probably shiny. I've been sweating all day and I'm tired, but again, this is important. I want to start off this series talking about cross-contamination. It's kind of an umbrella term, kind of a large category, so I'm probably just going to graze the surface of it in this video. And this subject is very relevant to me right now because last week I was cross-contaminated. You know, as you know, I scrutinize everything that I eat. I cook everything that I eat myself. My friends would probably say I'm a little bit paranoid. That's fair. Okay, maybe a little bit. Cross-contamination can happen really easily, and you got to be careful. And I work in a big building with lots of people, and it's kind of cluttered, and you know that makes it all the more difficult. Especially if you live in a family. I can't even imagine what that would be like. Honestly, I live alone, and I have for a fairly long time now, since I was like, I don't know, 17, so I'm 29 now, so yeah, I feel bad for all of you people. Of course you have kids, so it's wonderful, right? But again, I mean, they touch everything. I've worked with kids, so I know what that's like. Also imagine that, you know, you families out there and you moms and dads, you probably want to keep your kids safe, so, you know, I'm not necessarily recommending the AIP diet for absolutely everyone, but definitely everyone with an autoimmune disease. But at the very least, I would recommend letting your kids be at least paleo. You know, cut out the dairy and the sugar and grains. No one needs that. No one. Save them from some of the suffering that we've had to endure over our lifetime. And I'd hate to see anybody go through what I did. And that's pretty much why I'm here. Again, I had to shut my AC off. It's hot. It's hot in here. Alright, in another video I'm going to go over cross-contamination more, like how you can be cross-contaminated. But in this video I'm going to pretty much talk about a story that happened to me. So like I said earlier, I was cross-contaminated. How did this happen? Well, let me start at the beginning, otherwise this isn't going to make any sense. While I was finding my food triggers last year, I noticed something interesting. When I was triggered by a certain food, it would always react in the same place anatomically on my body, right? Now I have a skin disease, a really horrible one. Now I am in autoimmune remission, complete remission, but if I were to eat a trigger food, again, it would come right back. All my symptoms would come back right back. It wouldn't be as bad as it was in the before time, but it would be very bad and I would notice it almost immediately. So depending on the trigger. Again, there's food delays, right? I'll talk about all this in another video. I don't think it's any surprise about food delays. I think we've all heard about that. But I will go into depth in that in another video if anyone's interested. Let me know in the comments. So on this particular trigger, it happened right above my tailbone. That only happens for one trigger, and that is potato. Yep. So I kind of, you know, I tried to play detective and I thought, well, it must have happened while I was at work because, you know, there's a lot of people around. I must have got cross-contaminated. I started to look back, you know, what did I eat? Did I eat anything that wasn't on my menu? Did anything that I didn't particularly cook? And yeah, I guess I did. On that particular day, I did eat some carrot sticks that someone offered me. I like carrots, and since they're AIP compliant, I guess I didn't think anything of it. I wasn't that vigilant. That's the real issue here, right? So when I got back to work that Monday, I looked at the menu and sure enough, there were tater tots on the menu too. So they must have grazed up against them, touched them, must have been on the person's hand that, I don't know. All I know is that makes a lot of sense. And my mind instantly, I had some relief, right? Because the not knowing, that's the worst part. I highly doubt all these triggers are gonna, you know, affect everyone the same way or in the same part of the body. So that probably isn't gonna help you very much. But I have been, how do you say, very meticulous with my triggers and reactions and figuring it all out, the times and the manifestation on the body where it does. Again, it affects my skin, so it's very clear to see when it does happen. You know, I kind of think of it like a blessing and a curse. You know, it is a horrible skin disease. I was stage 3, Hidradenitis Suppurativa. I'll talk about that soon. I think there's an awareness week coming up next month, so maybe I'll get into that. I try to be grateful for that, you know, just the little things. We got to appreciate the little things. I really believe that. It's so important, especially us, right? Because as much as life can be miserable sometimes and the suffering we go through, you know, if you don't appreciate the little things, you're going to have a pretty negative perception on life. And I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be the victim in my own story. I want to be the hero. I want to be the guy that makes things happen and fixes things, especially in my own life. Maybe not in everybody else's, because that's not my role. But sorry, I went off on a bit of a rant. So again, the villain here was carrot sticks, cross-contaminated by potato. You know, so just be vigilant. You know, don't just eat anything anybody offers you. I know that's difficult sometimes, especially if it's something delicious. And carrot sticks seem so mild. They seem so safe, right? But in this situation, they weren't. So keep your head up. Keep fighting. Health is a battlefield. Health is war. So keep fighting. Don't forget to like, comment, and share the video. And one more thing. Smash that subscribe button if you haven't already. Thanks for watching. See you next time.